there. Other polls came out in the last week, as well as Main Street. Most of them have the PCs at about 40% and the NDP at around 30%. The Liberals now in the low 20s. Unfortunately for them, while Horwath and Wynne might have celebrated the fact that Doug Ford had his difficulties, it also ate up a lot of the airtime this week, and as a result, we didn't see as much of the other two party leaders as they may have liked. Some of you are aware of these aggregator poll tracker websites that take the publicly issued polls and translate them into seat projections. As Joseph said, had the election been the other day, the Liberals would have been in big trouble. Some of these aggregator sites have them down into single digits in terms of number of seats that they are likely to win. But 3 weeks is a long time in politics, and the election, the actual voting day, doesn't happen until 3 weeks from yesterday. So we'll see how it goes. They did announce the leaders' debate. The next televised debate will be on May 27th. As we talked about with Joseph, we think that people will start to really get their heads around the election and formulate their opinion during the long weekend. So we are going to pay much closer attention to the publicly released polls that come out after the long weekend, which is not to say that those until now are not significant. They are, but I think the ones after the long weekend will be a little more indicative. We are told we can expect a Liberal platform next week. Of course, most of their program was in their budget, which was tabled March 28th. But there will be a Liberal platform coming forward that we are looking forward to seeing. The PC party, their approach has been to kind of announce a plank a day, but they do tell us that there will be a formal platform that they will release, and it will be costed before the end of the campaign. For yourselves, look, there's still time in this election to get your message out. If you've noticed, there hasn't been really one issue that's caught fire in this election. It hasn't become the healthcare election. It hasn't become the education election. So I know that our clients, some of them are working on getting their messages out and ensuring that their issues are debated and highlighted during this election period. There is still time to do that. A little bit of a plug, we have the capabilities to help you do that here. But certainly don't think that with June 7th pending and getting closer that the time is up, because I think there is a bit of a vacuum here on the issue side, and there is time to get your message out. We're going to look for the party's advertising to change after the long weekend. I think that you're going to start to see them more frequently, and I think that there will be an additional intensity to those ads. So keep an eye out for those as well. On any of this stuff, be it what the parties are doing, the polling data, anything at all to do with the Ontario election, please feel free to get in touch with your Sussex consultant here, who will be happy to talk to you about all of these things. If you have questions and aren't sure, please let us hear from you. And similarly, if you have feedback about topics or guests that you would like us to feature on this webcast, we're open to suggestions, and we want to hear your feedback.